Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the KOTLC Fanbase channel. My name is Joey and today I'm going to be going over the responses to a Google form where I asked you guys questions about Stellaloon, general KOTLC stuff, or just stuff about the series that I was interested to see what you guys thought of. And today I'm going to be looking over those results and sharing them with you guys today. If you're excited to see all the responses, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below what was the most interesting question out of all of these. Without further ado, let's get straight into the questions. So I haven't looked at these responses yet, and the first question is, what would you rate Stellaloon 1 to 5 stars? So I'm going to give my answer and then see how different it is from the fans' answer. I think Stellaloon is a 4.5 stars, or maybe like 4 stars, because by no means is it a perfect book. I wouldn't give it a 5, but I don't think it deserves anything lower than a 4. I would not give it a 3. And as you can see, the results, most people did say 4, 125 out of 257. We did have a lot of 5s and not that many 2s or 3s and 0 1s. That's what I like to see. Question number 2, do you think Shannon should extend the series to book 11? I've said this many times, but I personally believe she should extend it if she can't fit an ending into book 10. Because I feel like it's just so hard to, you just have one book left. You have so many loose ends to wrap up. So I think it's not a bad idea to extend it to 11. Let's see, 63% of people said yes, 27% said maybe, and the rest said no. Only 9% of people said no. So I think we're kind of gauging, that's a good gauge. I think a lot of people do want book 11. It would make the series go on a lot longer, but I mean, if that's what it takes to get a good ending, then I'm out. Let's do it. Next question, does Fitz have any chance with Sophie after the end of chapter 42? I think this is a resounding no. There's supposed to be one book left. So if Shannon wants to give an ending to the ship war, there's no way she's gonna go to Sophitz and then go back to Sokeefe and then go back to Sophitz. I don't think, purely from a book standpoint, it's gonna happen. 87% of people said no. That's about what I was thinking. 9% said maybe, and only 3% said yes. That makes sense. Next one, will Sophie and Fitz have a successful cognate relationship from now on? So I think that they 100% can. I think the biggest factor that was limiting their cognate relationship was the fact that Sophie likes Keith and that Fitz likes Sophie. As I should just say, the love triangle. Now that it has been resolved, I feel like everyone is aware of what's happening and they can fix their cognate relationship. So I'm gonna say yes, I feel like it will be fixed. And I'm really surprised, 52% said maybe. I mean, that's not no, only 11% said no, but 30% said yes. I'm with yes, I think it will be successful. I think it will be very powerful with their cognates, and I want to see them be cognates. Next up, who is Elysian? So I think Elysian is just purely a new character. It would be cool if it could be the first elf, as I put in one of the options to pick. But let's see. 28% said a new character. That makes sense. 27% said the first elf. 19% said an experiment. I think this is also very possible too. Around 10% said it's a known character. I really don't think it's a character that we know. Like some people said it could be like Jolie or something. I don't think so. Next question, is Elysian good, evil, or neutral? I personally think that Elysian is evil. I don't think there's no other reason for her to be hidden away for all these years if she's like really powerful and evil. And she's kind of, I think she's working with Lady Jaiya, so I don't think she's good. I'm really surprised that 72% of people said that she is neutral, but I guess that's like hopeful that she's neutral and she's not evil. 14% said that she was good and 13% said that she was evil. I don't know why so little people said that she's evil. I feel like she is going to be a bad character that we're going to have to defeat. Next question, who was the Stellarlune MVP? For me, this was easily Sophie. I feel like she definitely took an initiative. She took a leadership role. She got what she wanted and she got things done. That's really rare for Sophie. We haven't seen that in the other books, so I'm glad that she's figuring stuff out. And no, Sophie did not win. 28% said Keith, even though he was out for half of the book. He somehow won this poll. That's just key for you. But Sophie comes in second place with 25%. 19% said Roe, okay, and 16% said Glimmer and Rainy. Next question, this was a very popular question. Which KOTLC character do you relate to the most? It's kind of a hard question for me. I don't really know. I might just have to go with Dex. I don't know. He just seems like a great guy. 26% said Sophie. I can see why many people said that. 22% did say Dex, and 21% said Keith. Next up is Biana and Lynn. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Next question, how many times have you read the series? I'm very interested to see what this says. I've read the series personally 3 or 4 times, and I think it's like 3 times in the whole thing. 53% said 2 to 5 times. That's what I am. So yeah, that makes sense. 17% said 1 time. Gotta get those numbers up. I'm just kidding. 15% said 5 to 10. And then 13% have read it 10 or more times. That is crazy. That is so many times. Next question, will Gency manifest an ability? We all saw that surprisingly Gency was talentless in Stellaloon, and I think he is not going to manifest because I feel like this is going to be a catalyst for Sophie and the gang to like fix the problems within Lost Cities that have to do with like talentless people, matchmaking, stuff like that, like the nobility. But I think that if he's talentless, they'll push to change that. And this one is very, very even. 36% said no, 33% said yes, and 30% said maybe. So I think it's either no or maybe. And then the follow-up question was, if he does manifest, what ability is it going to be? I see a lot of phasers. Guster, Vanisher, Shade, Beguiler, just a bunch of random abilities. Flasher. I think people are saying phaser because of his brother, so I mean, I guess that's it's kind of just a toss-up. It could be anything, really. Next question, is Rose safe? We all saw that, you know, she ran off to find out where Cadfell was, and she never came back, even though Sophie like had this thing on her arm that would tell her to come back or something, and she didn't. So we were all worried about Ro, and I don't think she's safe. There's no real reason why she hasn't come back yet. She's got to be either like captured or hurt or kidnapped or something. I don't know. 52% said no, 31% said maybe, and the rest said yes. I don't think she's safe, because if she was safe, she'd be back here celebrating that Sokeefe happened, and we didn't get to see that yet, and I can't wait to see that. Next question, is Sandor safe? So I 100% do think Sandor is safe. There's a fun fact that Shannon has tried to kill Sandor in every single book, and it hasn't happened yet. I don't think this is the time. I feel like Sandor, he's hurt, he's been hurt before, he's recovered, he's bounced back, so I don't think he's dead. 38% said yes, that's what I like to see. 35% said maybe, and 27% said no. So we're just gonna have to wait and see for that one. Next question, favorite elven food? I see a lot of Malamelts. Guys, if you haven't tasted Malamelts yet, I actually don't recommend it. I don't know if we just did the recipe wrong, but it was very, very, very sweet. Even for me, like I like sweet things, but it was just too much. Personally, I have to go with Ripple Fluffs. Those were so good when we made them. Lushberry juice was also really good too. I really like the combination. Next question, what is the craziest theory that you've ever heard? Mr. Forkle actually never had a twin but figured out how to clone himself. That's weird. That Keith and Sophie are related? Sophie's father is a human? Elysian is Vespera. Alden is the leader of the Neverseen. I'll admit that those are some weird theories. Let's get into the next question. What could have made Stellaloon better? I saw a lot of people saying that Stellaloon could have made some improvements, so let's see. Okay, pretty much everyone is saying that they wanted more action and more Sokeefe and more Keith. I see people saying more Biana and Dex. I agree with that a lot. And the last question, how will the series end? A lot of people are saying that Sophie is gonna die or someone important is gonna die. I don't think Shannon is gonna kill Sophie, guys. I really don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, I don't think Keith's gonna die either. They're just too important. I saw someone saying that it would be cool if there was a 10 or 20 year time jump. I think this would be pretty cool to wrap things up after we get a real ending. So we do like a time jump. We see like Sophie and Keith are married, Biana and Dex are married. The elves and the humans are like back together again. They're all working together. There's no more matchmaking system, stuff like that. I think that would be a great ending. Yeah. And to top it off, I'm just gonna read this comment. Honestly, I don't know. Shannon Messenger has had a very creative mind, and the story can go literally down any path. So we're just gonna have to see what she does, because that is very true. From here, the story could go anywhere, and I'm just excited to see what happens. So that's gonna be it for me. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below your answers to these questions or how you felt about the responses. I always like to see what the community thinks of these stuff. I wanna see their opinions about the book. And I'm glad that it's pretty similar to what I think. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I'll see you guys next week.